Hey, what's going on there, folks? Earthmaster here. It is March 22nd, 2018, 11:10 p.m. here on the West Coast, and got a couple earthquakes to discuss here that's occurring off the Northern California coastline. Definitely been a busy day for me. Had a full day of storm chasing down in Central California near Mariposa County. Kind of near Cathy's Valley is the area that we were located in. A lot of flash flooding going on. We were in a flash flood emergency zone there in that area where we were live streaming. And unfortunately, a girl or a lady drove her car through the water. Luckily, it made it through to the other side, but ultimately stalled and burned up something. Maybe the starter, something. I could smell something burning in her car from the engine. But anyway, she made it through the water, just barely. Safely, but also had kids in the car, and that's just not a smart or wise thing to do when there's flooding running across the road like that. Just kind of scary situation, but everything turned out okay. We ended up pushing her vehicle a little bit further up the hill, which was exhausting, and anyway, so yeah, it was pretty crazy. But anyway, covering earthquake activity, a little bit of activity occurring off the Northern California coastline. Couple 4.0s occurring there just off the coast of Eureka, California, and we'll take a look at that here real quick on the map and see exactly where these earthquakes are occurring. You can see the couple blue dots here. Let me refresh this and show you guys that this is the most recent. There you go. Earthquake map here from the Caltech Education Department, education site, I should say. You can see quite a few earthquakes occurring off the coast of Eureka, which is right here, and Crescent City is just a little bit further north there. We got a couple fours there. Started off with a 4.6 earlier this morning, and most recently we've had a 4.7 and a 3.0 and a 2.2 occurring off the coast here, just right off the coast of Northern California. And it's interesting activity here. Definitely going to watch this very closely because it's, like I say, it's right along the southern section of that Cascadia subduction zone that runs right here, right? And that's something we've been watching for quite some time. Let me take you guys over here to this other map real quick here. I want to go to the terrain and also include the U.S. fault system here. Got another earthquake coming in right there, right now. That out real quick. That looks like it's coming from it's a 2.2 or 2.4 I should say, over there right around the up there in this part of the world. A lot of activity going on right there. But for now, I'll cover the California area. See, so you got this Cascadia subduction zone, Cascadia subduction zone that runs through here into portions of Northern California, and it's right there, right on the southern tip. And it's something I am keeping a close eye on, because when we see multiple moderate sized earthquakes, it's not really I guess it wouldn't be a moderate, maybe a light to moderate earthquake size right there. It's something to pay attention to. Definitely showing some activity occurring in this section right here. Excuse me. And it's not really in one confined area. For example, these are about 25 miles or 20 miles apart here. These two 4.0s are, and like I say, it's interesting activity. We'll keep an eye on it. I do have a seismograph station here pulled up in Mendocino. That's a station right here that you'll be seeing on the live stream. This will be coming through the scrolling effect that will show all these data stations here. This is the one to watch because it's talking very close to these earthquakes that are occurring over here on the southern section of the Cascadia subduction zone there. Interesting activity nonetheless. So I wanted to check the real-time tremor map, see if there's any players involved in this activity, and it looks like there is. Here's the last 3 hours, just the last 3 hours, folks. A little bit of activity occurring, as you can see, kind of right off the coastline where those couple of 4.0s hit. Let's go to the last 12 hours. Let's go 24. And we can see definitely some activity occurring right there. Some slippage, some tremor movement being detected there. possibly what we've seen, some deeper movement with this tremor, and then ultimately we've seen some surface quakes there with those 4.0s. I wanted to check the depths on those real quick because I did not cover that. Let's check this one right here. Depth at 15 miles. That's rather deep. Let's see this one right here. That one's about 13 miles. That 4.7 is. And let's check the smaller earthquake here, a 3.0 at about 14 miles. We're definitely get some activity roughly between 10 and 15 miles below the surface there. So I believe what we're seeing, some of that tremor where this slippage is occurring between the Cascadia, between these faults here, the Juan de Fuca plate and the North American plate here, has definitely been a player in the activity we've seen today. I'm going to check the last 48 hours, and just a wide scale, wow, definitely a wide scale event going on here with the Cascadia subduction zone. Almost looks like the whole thing, the whole plate there, Juan de Fuca plate is kind of definitely sliding underneath the North American plate, so to speak. But we're seeing it being picked up from pretty much Victoria up there all the way down to Northern California. Normally we'll see like a confined region where we're picking up tremor, so something to watch, folks. Definitely a large scale movement. We're seeing some moderate activity, no large quakes, but nonetheless a large quake could be coming. I could say give a percentage out here, but I won't. But it's definitely a possibility out there with this movement that's going on right now in Northern California. So anyway, like I say, covering the rest of the globe real quick here. I don't have a lot of time. Got to get to bed. It's been one of those fun days. 5.1 occurring down here. But most of the activity right now most of the activity right now is well, looks like right around the Northern California area for one. A little bit of activity over here in the Western Pacific here. Let me set this back to how it should be. Last 24 hours. Maybe we're missing a couple quakes, but nonetheless, some spotty, sporadic activity. But the focus right now, I think, should be on the Northern California region for sure. So, and that includes me, unfortunately. But anyway, let's hope that the night goes through without any major earthquake. Anyway, folks, I did upload a couple videos, a couple storm videos. I do have a lot more that are in the process of hopefully getting sold and up to national news, or at least the Weather Channel. So we'll see what happens. If those don't get sold soon, then I'll go ahead and post them up on my YouTube channel. But normally within about 24 hours, if they're not sold, then it's pretty much a no-brainer to go ahead and post it on YouTube. And if they don't want it, oh well, I'll just post it up here on YouTube. So anyway, peace out, folks. We'll talk to you all tomorrow. Have a good one.